Well, let's go ahead and bring in our featured artist of the week.
Yes.
Featured live guest of the week.
Guest assists.
Automatik Eden from, I believe you guys are from where? Like Norway or something?
Yeah, Norway.
Highway of LA, Norway.
Yeah,
LA, that's right. That's right.
We're Scandinavian, basically.
Norlay. We're in Norlay.
Cool. So we have, is it Sela?
Sela,
Joe, come on.
C'est la vie.
And David.
Yeah.
I ran across your guys' submission on the website, and immediately, well, Mr. Leakey is 85, crazy. I ran across your submission on the website, and the thing that grabbed me most about you guys, and girl, I say guys, just but you two, is the same thing that our last group was, is like the mix of the vocals, but also the horns over the funk rock, man. That's my type of stuff. So
thanks, man.
Right on.
Yeah, so I just want to put in my 2 cents. And now I guess it's time to get deeper with Dave.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're working on a jingle.
Oh, come on, man. You're on.
Oh, we're working on a jingle for this segment. It's become so glorious.
Is it working?
No, it's all right. We could skip it tonight. But Sela, David, pleasure to meet you. We had a night. Oh, now it comes in. Gosh. Deeper with Dave. Oh, it's coming, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, you got to put a beat behind that thing I sent you.
I know.
Sela, David, pleasure to have you here. You guys are awesome. Love your music. There's a few things that I want to dig into, and let's go deep, man. Let's just get right to it. The first thing is the whole question of genre. It's like you were just saying, like it's an ongoing conversation you have with people. You ask them what they think. You're not sure, but when we talked in the green room, it's like it doesn't seem like it's really that important to you to classify yourself. It's more important just to make great music. Is that right?
Yeah, and
kind of.
No, it really is. And
I think that's accurate.
I want to condense this down. I mean, the industry has changed so much since I was a kid, because now that I'm 24, things have changed a whole lot. But it's been a lot. We've done a lot. We put a lot of EPs out. We've done a lot of music, but this album came around, and we decided we'd save some money. We decided to do it right. We hired the right people. And when we started recording this thing, the pressures started to creep up of, well, what are we going to be? What are we going to do? What is it going to sound like?
You must classify yourself.
You must classify yourself. And then we realized, can I swear here?
Yes.
Holy shit.
It's encouraged. Dude, relax.
We don't have to classify ourselves at all, because we pretty much funded this thing.
There's no jurisdictions in these waters.
So with the help of our producer, Sean Bevan, we can get into later, but he's amazing. He has a great discography. But he said, as I've been listening to you guys, I've been trying to like put you in, like, what are you? And he came to me one day. He goes, I just realized you're Automatik Eden. And I said, well, that's lovely, because
he's like,
we can just be ourselves.
Guys. Like, it sounds like you guys.
And I had, being not 24, as I just said, actually being 25.
And a half.
And a half.
No, David, it's like, it's a good question. Like, when do you really have to classify yourself? When you upload your music to SoundCloud and it asks for a genre. I mean, that's when you have to.
That's when you have to.
When else do you? It's like.
So it was kind of a lovely moment in the sense that we just picked the best songs that we had. And because, I came up through the Beatles and my more current would be Radiohead. Sela had different influences.
I feel like there comes a point in your life when you're older, and this is totally arbitrary too, and I realize that, but there's just a thing about, like, I like good music.
Yeah.
Whether it's funk, whether it's pop, whether it's, I like really good music. So we have like the B-52s up in there. We have like
B-52s. Let me come on at that, because that's what I was thinking for you guys. I mean, obviously the male female vocal back and forth. They do that a lot. How I would classify them would be like, it's just like blues fusion. I mean, it's not like a common genre that you ever really hear, but you hear it more with like jazz fusion and just fusion in general. But yeah, that isn't it. Dude, David, it just hit me. You remind me of a young Woody Allen. Have you ever heard that?
What are you talking about? What? Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh God.
Come on. Put it in the chat. Please, people. Does anyone agree with me? Put it in the chat, please. But all right. So the other thing was
Woody Allen is.
Well, yeah, 25-year-old Woody Allen.
I grew up in Long Island, so that's my Long Island paranoia coming through right now.
Okay, so let's get into like production and mixing. So I said beforehand, I prepared you. I had somewhat of a critique here. I love like almost everything about this, but what jumped out to me, one part was just some of the vocals were a touch hot, in my opinion, but I also like, it's kind of like a caveat with that statement is like, you look at artists like Ed Sheeran, where his vocals are so much out front and they're dry, and wins Grammys. And like that, that's how I feel about him. I think it's like too dry and too much out front, but it's like a choice. It's a producer's choice based on the style of music you have, really. But yeah, tell me about your producer. I mean, he's renowned, and it did like the vocal level. Did that come into a discussion at any point, or did you just step back and let him do his thing?
A little of both, actually. There were a couple of times that, and this is what is really great about Sean is he is not the kind of producer that will and nothing against it. I mean, pop music's pop music, but like many times a pop artist will come in and they will sing they'll do 37 takes in Pro Tools, and then they'll cut and paste and all that. Cut and paste and take the best syllable here and then shift it over here. Sean has a really great approach where sometimes he'd leave us completely alone and to cut all the parts and everything, and then he'd come down, he'd mix it, he'd put his finishing touches on it. Other songs he was way more hands-on. But to be more direct to your question, I think what we did do on this record was relinquish a bit of control as far as trusting his judgment based on what was going on at the time and what he kind of felt was appropriate. That's not to say by a long shot, like we sat there oftentimes and literally I'm an engineer, but more on the TV and audio side. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we would talk in terms of 2 dB. 2 dB.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, believe me, I remember it. Joe and I, I've produced 24 albums, been through the process. I understand. I remember standing over the shoulder of an engineer. I'm like, dude, 1 more dB. I'm like, do you hear it? I'm like just 1 more, please.
Yeah. That's going to make all the difference. Yeah. It's the one. It's the wait.
Yeah, so
that's when he pushes the button. He's like, "Is that better? Is that better?"
Exactly.
And I'm like, "Did you turn it up?" I don't know. He's like, "Just no." It's David. It's hard to do. It's hard to step back sometimes and put the trust, especially if you have engineering skills. But I want to move on here, like references, like the ones in the beginning of this song. I went to No Doubt because the intro is really similar to their song "It's My Life." But that's actually a cover of an Afghan Whig song. Yeah. So are either of those bands an influence to you?
I think both Talk and No Doubt could be references. So that's kind of a cool thing.
How about Afghan Whigs?
Not as much, but just to expound upon that. What is interesting is you did not mention this band, but Selah had never heard the Pretenders before. She had never heard the Pretenders. And Sean and I are both our producer and I are both Cleveland boys, and so we grew up just loving the Pretenders. And Selah just has a very Chrissy Hine delivery. So
yeah, that's shocking to hear that. Yeah,
I did, and it just kind of happened that way.
So you're saying that as she's like just pounding wine. So I'm realizing maybe that's why she doesn't know who they are.
It might be wine.
Okay.
It might be wine.
But actually, this song was a single.
Might be absinthe.
Yeah, we can't get the good stuff.
It might be lighter fluid, guys. We don't know.
No, it's all right. Hey, Joe, come back. I've said my piece. Thank you very much. I'm out.
Sleeper with Dave.
Anyway, I love Chrissy Hines, but I did not come to appreciate her until much later. Because I really didn't know.
This song was the last song that was written. The album was finished, and then Sean listened to the entire album, and he goes, "You guys you need one more upbeat tune, and I'm going to Vegas. Peace out."
I'm like, Producer Muse, where are you going?
So he goes, so he said, write a song, and I knew that he loved the Chrissy Hine quality of her voice. So that weekend I listened to a bunch of Pretenders, and I'm going to totally give away my ripoff right here. This song, I listened to a bunch of Pretenders, and I knew we needed something upbeat. This song I landed on. I went back to Ohio, which we're from, with that great bass line, boom, doo 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 doo. And I'm like, that's fucking it. And I said, let's do something like that. Let's speed it up and do that kind of an approach, that kind of a vocal approach. And that's where that song came from. So, and in addition, lyrically, it's just about the whole idea of Madland is just how unbelievable things are right now. You know,
how mad our land is.
How mad our land is.
Well, it's perfect timing. I guess you two delayed their album because of how mad this land is right now. So I want to say hi to some people that have been in the room for a while. Brian Kramer, thanks for hanging out, man. I see all your videos in the video marketing masterminds thing. Sandra Sparks, a longtime friend, Frankie, and Your Majesty Michael Perry. Also the people on Periscope that have been watching all night. So, guys, this is the chance where we you tell us where to find you. I have one last question, actually. Why the K?
Why the what?
Why the K?
Because we had to be different.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
K.
Oh, I don't know if it meant something.
Oh, no, that's
crazy.
That's our fashion. We've got this amazing, slightly older than me English gentleman that was around in the days of T-Rex.
27?
Oh, yeah, 20.
He saw T-Rex live. He's 28. And he does a lot of our fashion and has really been a champion for the band in the truest sense, and has kept us going in a lot of ways. And the K was his idea.
Shout outs, Joe.
Awesome. So where can we find your music? Let us know,
all right. The best
social media, all that stuff.
AutomatikEden.com.
Spectre Records.
Well, we're all tied into that same loop, I believe.
I believe so. But we should say Spectre Records. Let's play their song.
What?
Oh, we never played their song. Shit. How did that happen?
Holy cow.
Yeah. Automatik Eden with the K, Automatik with the K, and Spectra Records, and let's play the goddamn song with them.
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I don't know what the
it's
hell.
It's okay. We love you.
Yeah. That is so out of us. I'm like doing too many highlights or something.
Yeah.
What episode are we in?
We're running over tonight, but let's play it.
Thanks, Rob. See, that's why Rob's here. Otherwise, we'd kick and be like, okay, great music.
Well, the water and the body count is high. Some old white guy wants to tell me how I ought to say my lines. It's just the streets are so mean and the rhetoric pristine. I'm getting ghostly in my ways. I just can't do the day-to-day. But I'm the strange one. Well, all these madmen shoot their mouths off and out come parades. I'm the deranged one, yeah. But when I flag them, you pin your ego to the tales of charades. It keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. Oh, it's a mad, mad land. It keeps getting better. Let's talk about the weather. We never seem to feel clean. You turn all innocence obscene. I get my kingdom for some certainty. I haunt the in-between. This darkness takes my days. Nation terrifies mazes. Someone hums demented lullabies. I'm lucid in your dream. Call me the strange one. When all these sad men sprinkle fantasies, you're fast asleep. I'm the deranged one, yeah. I'm wide awake, man. You're quoting teleprompters in your your dream. It keeps getting better, it just keeps getting better. Oh, it's a bad land. It keeps getting better. Let's talk about the weather.
Always good to have backup.
All right, so that was Automatic Eden. Sandra Sparks says, great song. And I feel the same way. I'm sorry we didn't listen to that in the middle. I don't know where my head was.
Who cares? Good to be at the end.
Yeah, so we made it. So guys, go ahead and let's let you give your without interrupting you, give your outro spiel, and then we'll see you later.
Sure thing. We're on Spectra Records. That's who released the record. The website is www.automaticeden.com.
And that's Automatic with a K at the
Automatic
end.
with a K at the end.
Because we had to be different.
Yes, and we want to thank you guys so much. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad we stayed hydrated to answer your questions appropriately. Yep. And awesome. Thank you guys.